If you're interested in the bridge scoring program, I'll double click on this folder, and there's a free little bridge program called Pairs Scorer. I'll double click on that. And that gets us to the simple menu where it says Pairs Events. That would be the first place to click. And then the first thing it asks you is to create a new event down in the left corner. So I'll create an event. And the first thing they want is a 4-digit number. So I'll just put 4 digits and click OK. The next thing would be event details, and that's where they ask you, no, that wasn't it. The next thing is to select the movement, and that's where you tell it how many tables, and let's say there's 11 tables, and right away it gives you all these choices up above, but about 99.9% of the time you pick the very first one that says Standard Mitchell. East moves up 1 table and the boards are sent down 1 table. So the next thing to do is to check the numbers. 11 tables, 33 boards. The lowest board is 1, but the number of rounds should be 9, so you have to make sure you change that to 9. And then if East-West 5 was sitting out, then North-South 5 would be missing. East-West would be there, but North-South wouldn't. So let's say there's no sit out, so I'll put none for that. Then I click OK, and it asks me to confirm the movement, and I say yes. And then the next step would be to enter the players' names. Now the nice thing about it is that I arranged them in alphabetical order by first name. So at table 1 I click on the letter C, and usually Connie sits there, North-South, and her partner's Barb, so I click on the B, and I get 4 Barbs to choose from, so I'll pick this one. And then usually Sue sits East-West, and her partner's Ron. I click on the R, and I get Ron. Table 2, Rick sits at table 2, so I click R, and I click on his name. He has been playing with Naomi, so I click N, and then I click Naomi. And East-West, let's say it was Monique and Eileen. And I won't enter all the names, but Julie usually sits table 3, and Diane Deagle is her partner. And let's just pick an East-West couple like Nemi and say Crystal. And then I usually sit at table 4, so that's a W. And depending on my partner, lately Susan is my partner, and opponents, let's say Jeanette and Janet. Okay, that's the wrong Janice, so Janice Buckingham B. Okay, so I'll click OK. That's enough. Then the next thing I would do is enter some scores. Now, to enter 420, you only have to type the 4 and the 2 and press enter if the score is on the north-south side. So there was the score. And let's say that north-south goes down 1. That would be 50, but I would only type 5, and I would press the minus sign. Then the 50 went in the east-west column. So let's say the next north-south makes 3-no trump. That would be 400. And the next north-south goes down 2. That would be 100. And if the next team gets the same score, all you have to do is press enter. You don't have to enter any numbers. Okay, and then the north-south, let's say, gets 480. Type 48 and press enter, and then the next one gets 450, and the next one gets 120. So that's it for table board 1, and now it goes on to board 2 and so on. Over on the right side it says north-south game, and that means that north-south is vulnerable. So if north goes down and you try to enter a 50 points, like 5 and a minus sign, it'll tell you that's an illegal score. So you have to say OK and go back and correct it. It actually would be 100. Okay, so let's say we're finished with scoring and we want to show the results. So we click reports, and usually we look at the ranking first, and I usually pick the Excel spreadsheet form, and then it looks like this. Then I can copy that and paste it in the email. I'll just drag my mouse from top to bottom, and then I click edit and copy. Then I exit out to my email and address it. I'll click email message. I want to address it to the Tuesday group. It's there, it's coming. And I want to use BCC so nobody will see anybody else's email address. So I double click on Tuesday and click on the plus sign. I can see all those people in the Tuesday group, but when they receive the results, they won't see each other's addresses. And I can type a subject like ranking. Try that again. And then down below I click my mouse and I click paste. And there it is. There's all the results, but I didn't type all the names, and nor did I type all the scores either, so just to show you what would happen. Then I would click send, and away everybody would get those results. So I'm not going to do that. And then I exit out of here, and I exit out of that, and I don't save it. And I'm back to Pairs Scorer. So now that I'm through, I click return and exit event and return to main menu. And finally, if I wanted to add another player to the database, I would click database and I would click add new player. But in order to get the first name to appear, I first type an opening bracket, and then instead of the last name I actually type their first name and the initial of and I put a closing bracket. Then I would click save player. Then that player would be saved in the list. If I went down to the letter H and clicked H, I would see all the players whose names started with the letter H. This player doesn't exist, so I would click delete player and then say yes, and then that player's gone. Then I click return and I exit out of the program, and I'm back to where I started. So that's how Pairs Scorer works. If you want to try it, download it and then give it a try, see if you like it.